Hey everyone, and welcome to Fans Talk TNA. This is episode 63, covering the February 2nd episode of Impact Wrestling. My name is Nick, and let's get down to brass tacks here. We kicked off the night with Lashley versus Aiden O'Shea. We actually kicked off with a Hardy segment, but, that was same old, same old. It was a pretty decent heavyweight bout with Aiden O'Shea putting on another good performance here, and I really enjoy that guy's work. I wish he was getting a little more attention, a little bit more of a push than he is getting. But considering what Lashley has going on with Raquel, obviously it makes sense. Somebody's got to take the fall, and it is providing a little bit of an interesting dynamic here. We don't know what Raquel's goals are other than to just screw with Lashley's head. Maybe she has an end game in mind. Maybe she will be bringing in somebody else to beat on Lashley. Maybe she will eventually become Lashley's valet. I don't know. But I'm still trying to place who she is, and I'm coming up empty. So hopefully we can get a little more information, find out a little more about Raquel in coming weeks. But overall, decent match. Really enjoyed the way Aiden O'Shea picked apart Lashley on those rare occasions when he was able to get an opportunity against Lashley. And moving on from that, we got the Hardcore War. And just to recap, that was Bram and EY plus the Decay against Beer Money and the Wolves. This was an interesting match format. Essentially, it was Lethal Lockdown without the cage. Otherwise, it was the exact same match, which is not a bad thing, but, I wonder why they use this format rather than just have a Lethal Lockdown match. Maybe they want to save that for a Lockdown coming up soon, but I don't know. Eventually, Beer Money and the Wolves lost out to the Decay. Beer Money fought Bram and EY back to the backstage area, and I cannot recall which Wolf it was, but he took the pin. The Decay walked away with the belts again. The Wolves are laid out for the third straight week. So they really are doing a lot to push how legitimate the Decay is, and I'm incredibly happy about that. It's a new team, and it's one that's performing a lot better than you would think, just given Abyss's performance in recent months. So I certainly can't complain there. I did enjoy the little twist where everybody's bringing their own weapon. Obviously, James Storm brings out a beer keg because, ever since he's been back, it's all been about beer. But Root brought out a hockey stick, which, as a hockey fan, I can deeply appreciate. And it's a nice little throwback to his Team Canada days, so that was nice. We had some back and forth between Drew Galloway and Tyrus. And it makes a lot of sense when you think about it, because they're both poised to move in on the World Heavyweight title picture. Tyrus is still, I don't think he's technically classified as the number one contender, but he did win that Gold Rush tournament, which earned him a title shot. And Drew Galloway got the briefcase with the World Heavyweight title shot in the Feast or Fired match. So I do like that they have built up a lot of friction between these two. I hope it's something that continues while EC3 is pursuing vengeance against Hardy. Yeah, overall, I like this match. I like how they are framing Tyrus as a serious contender, not just a bodyguard that jobs when his employer can't afford to take a loss. It's incredibly refreshing. Our second to last match of the night, the X Division title match. This was hyped up as Tigre Uno defending against Gregory Shane Helms. But there was a twist. Shane Helms pointed out, and rightfully so, he never said he was going to... He said that Tigre was going to be defending his title. He didn't say that he was going to be the one challenging Tigre Uno. And he introduces a fellow North Carolinian, Trevor Lee. And ultimately, Trevor Lee won. And that pleased me to no end. First of all, I am absolutely being a homer here. I am also from North Carolina, so it's nice to see a hometown boy, or a home state boy, rather, get that sort of nod. Trevor Lee is 22 years old, and he's already held, after this week, he's held 2 different titles in that company. It's really nice to see somebody that young and that accomplished get pushed to this degree. It says a lot of good things about TNA and the way they're booking. Obviously, there are other problems with TNA's booking, but at least they seem to have their priorities straight. You have to push the younger guys. Nothing against Tigre Uno. He's a fine athlete. It's just, he hasn't shown us a lot as far as being a good champion. And I put a lot of that on the injury he suffered during Bound for Glory. I think that derailed him quite a bit. But maybe this will afford him the opportunity to, go home for a little while, recover in peace, and come back that much fresher, that much hungrier. finally, we had the next match in the Kurt Angle Retirement Tour, and this was for the World Heavyweight Championship against Matt Hardy. On principle, I don't like this match. Angle's on his way out. Why would you give him a throwaway title match like that when this is his retirement tour? He's leaving. This is established. It is known. And giving him a title match it telegraphs the finish. I don't think there was really any chance, even if you threw the retirement tour out the window, I don't think there would have been any chance that Angle would have walked away the winner here, but at least try and dress it up a little bit, you know? But aside from that, I can't really say any bad things about this match. It was decent back and forth. A lot of suplexes, as you can expect from Angle these days. Matt has been on fire ever since his heel turn. I think this is really what he needed to be a little more relevant, a little more integral, a little more critical to TNA at this point. But when you talk about Matt Hardy, right now you also have to talk about EC3. And we finally got some comments from him after he lost his title to Matt Hardy. It very much appears that he is going to be turning face eventually. He still presented a lot of his trademark characteristics, you know, braggadocious, full of bravado, things of that nature, but he's not really arrogant anymore. And I enjoy the way that he painted the way he's going to be coming back after Matt. He once more quoted, "I am the pale horse and hell follows after me." I like this EC3. Still just fired up, still is full of piss and vinegar, but it's more of a righteous avenger than just a cocky douchebag. Lest I forget, one more thing that happened this week on Impact was a little bit of development in the Knockouts picture. It involved Maria, and it looks like she is going to be a player in the Knockouts division, which I appreciate. I wouldn't say that even now, after she's left the WWE and wrestled some on the indies, I wouldn't say she's really that great of a wrestler, but I get the feeling that she's going to be managing at least one knockout that has not showed up yet, if not more. And that's really exciting. We've been saying for a while now, Garvin and me, that the Knockouts division has gotten stale of late with the focus on Dollhouse versus the Beautiful People. I mean, you gotta do something to slow Kong's rule, something in story, not outside of kayfabe like she has during the UK tour. You know, you need to shake things up a little bit, present a little bit more of a variance and challenge to Gail Kim's title. So this very well could be the avenue that TNA takes in order to make that happen. Alright, that was a short recap. This is going to be a short show this week. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you want to find out more about how you can support the show, you can visit fanstalktna.com. There's a big green button up top, and that'll take you to our Patreon page, where if you like what we're doing and you want to find out how you can support us, that is exactly where you can go. You can pledge $1 a month, and you'll get all kinds of access to our content. You'll get early access. You'll also get access to our full archive for this show, as well as our other shows in the Fans Talk podcast family. You can also hit us up on social media. You can find us at Twitter at Fans Talk Pro Wrestling, or if you just want to get at me, you can find me on Twitter at Atomic Geek. And also, leave us a review on iTunes if you're so inclined. You want to leave us your feedback, give us some stars. You can also hit us up on Stitcher, wherever else you guys get your podcasts, and that would be fantastic. So, this is Nick. I'll be back next week, and I hope you all will be as well. Take care.